Christmas, guys. Welcome back to another Cooking with Shpeederman. And in the honor of Christmas spirit, we're going to do we used to call it Christmas cake. I believe you guys have probably seen this or other people know of it. These lovely chocolate wafers layered with whipped cream and maraschino cherries that are chopped up. And I got pecans in here. Here's that whipped cream. And we actually make it into this pan to make like a sheet cake out of it. Traditionally, I think a lot of people make logs and stuff with it, but it's a lot of the same thing. So this is how we used to do it, how I had it as a kid, and it's been kind of a regular tradition here and there. So I make it when I can. Let's one-hand this thing as per normal, and I did go ahead and whip the cream up. And whipping cream is pretty simple. However, if you don't do it right, you can either A, not get it to whip, or B, whip it too far and it turns to butter. So I actually used heavy cream. There's a pint and a half in here actually. Typically I'll do just a pint. Throw it in the mixer with a whip on it, crank it up on high, and you're whipping air into it. And you got to watch it because it'll go from liquid to start to stiffen up real quick. Once that does, I'll put about a teaspoon of vanilla in here. We'll let it blend a little bit, and then I'll rotate in. I only put like 2 tablespoons of sugar in here. I don't like it overly sweet. And the problem is if you mix it too far, you will make butter. And this is actually honestly a little bit on the far side, so it's a little firm. So it's not butter yet. But what I do is get my pan and I put a layer down first to set those cookies in. And I think my mère, growing up, I refer to it as Christmas cake, but I think it was also referred to as a icebox cake because you make it the day before you really want it. Let it sit in the fridge so that the wafers get all softened up. So trowel this all around. A little bit more. And this gets just layered up. It's pretty simple. It's really easy. It is kind of decadent with all this heavy cream in here. So once you get that, crack open your wafers. Oh, we'll save some of these. Grab the whole ones, not the broken ones, and I just layer them in. Position them in how you can get nice and tight. Fill any gaps in with broken pieces. So I usually buy a couple boxes just in case. Sometimes you get some that are all smashed up. And then the other thing too is, oops, there we go. We'll leave it in there. Depending on the size of the pan you make. This one didn't survive the road trip too well, I guess. So I'll just play jigsaw to get the puzzle pieces back in. And since this is on odd size, I am gonna put some broken pieces in here just to kind of fill it in. Get that maximum cookie coverage. So this is where we're going to start layering it. I'm going to layer whipped cream enough to get the cookies just covered and troweled through, and hopefully leave your pieces in place. I am not a baker by design. So don't mind my troweling here. I have to think of it as more like cement work. So it's a reasonable coat. Really want it to just cover the cookies but hide it just enough. You don't want too much, but you got to remember that when those soften up, they will soak up the cookie. Alright, Oop, small intermission. Covered. Just a jar of maraschino cherries, drained, chopped, sprinkle. However you wish, however much you want. Chopped pecans. If you want walnuts, you can use those too. So that's one layer. I'm going to build enough layers until I run out of whipped cream. The top, when you finish it off, should be like this. And let me get the rest of the layers in and show you the final. Here's finished product. So I did crumble a little bit of cookie on the top too. I get about 3 layers in there. If I would have stretched the cream, I probably could have gotten 4, but I didn't want to stretch it too far. So there you go. Wrap this up, put it in the fridge. Should sit a minimum of overnight. Have it cold, of course, because it's dairy. Give it a go, see how you like it. Merry Christmas, folks. Enjoy. And if there's something else you think you want to see, drop a comment down below. Enjoy.